Heidi Ho YouTube, Major Chord here. It's Thanksgiving break, so I figured I'd take the time to bring you guys back to my super professional improvised filming setup and bring you guys an EDC update because people like to see that. And since my last one, living on campus, I've adapted some things to suit my needs, and I think it would be interesting to show that. So I'm going to start with the boring things. Same old leather wallet. The only thing that's really changed is that I carry my student ID card with me everywhere. When I went to my old college, I really didn't because I didn't need it. Here I need it to get into my dorm. It's my form of cash, basically. I use this to pay for my meals. And it's nice because this, I think under my picture, actually, there's a little chip that I just swipe by any door I need to get into on campus, and it just opens the little fob thingy, and I'm allowed access. So that's nice. Plus, when I'm in the field teaching, I need to wear this as my ID badge. So this is very important to me, and I need to take it everywhere. So, but same old standard wallet otherwise. Just with the addition of this. Other than that, something that hopefully I do not forget to mention, because I've forgotten it in several other videos, is my pepper spray. Now, I bought this when I went to my other school because it was in the city, and I felt that I needed it. At this school, however, since it's, in the middle of a cow pasture, essentially, I really don't feel the need for it. I mean, I do carry it in my backpack still, and my logic there is, when I have my backpack on me, I generally have my $1,000 laptop, and, if someone's going to target me for some odd reason because of that, I want to have this there to protect basically my investment in that laptop. But otherwise, I walk around campus all the time with just what's on my person, not my computer bag and not my mace. I even do that at night because I feel personally that campus is good and safe and secure, which is a feeling I did not have on my old campus. In fact, I flat out refused to go there at night. But since I live there now, I live on campus, I have the option to do so, and I do it freely. I mean, I walk out for meals, I'll take a stroll sometimes, and I don't feel the need to take this with me. I live in a very safe place, and some people may consider it letting my guard down. I don't. I mean, I'm still very aware of my surroundings. I'm safe about what I do, and I've just made the decision that personally, I do not need to carry this everywhere I go. I'm not receiving emails from campus security every other day saying there was a sexual assault or a mugging or a shooting near campus. It just doesn't happen where I am now. So this is not something I feel I need on a regular basis. I mean, it's there in my backpack, but on my person all the time, I don't need it. So it's actually quite a nice feeling. That feeling of safety. And it's not something I take for granted. To what's on my person now? In my back left pocket, I have begun carrying a moleskin notebook. And this is just something that I found really handy, for when I need to write things down, or on the occasion where, I'm taking this one class that's all computer-based, but it's still nice to have a notebook to write things down if I need them. And I don't think there's anything of much importance in here that I can't show you. Yeah, see, this is one such occasion where I needed to write something down for that class. This is just an assignment that I didn't feel like typing up on a school computer and emailing to myself. So I just, took out a pen and used a couple pages of this to write it down. But otherwise, here's, I think, the amount of tips I made at work one day. And here are the classes I'm taking next semester. So, it's just handy to have this, and it fits so nicely in my back pocket. As you can see, it's formed to the shape of my ass. I think a pack of these, I don't know how much they cost because I got them for my birthday last year, but they can't cost more than like $5 for a 2-pack. They're really cheap. They're durable. As you can see, I've sat on this and taken it in and out of my pocket quite a bit. It's only slightly beginning to fray. So this is a really good thing to have, and I highly recommend it to everyone. To go along with that, obviously, it's good to have a pen. I really got into carrying higher-end pens like the Zebra F701, and I even bought myself a space pen. But despite my record for not losing pens over the past 2 years, as soon as I got to this new school, I lost the Zebra, I lost the Space Pen after a week, in the laundry no less, although I did learn that the clip on the top part of that pen is strong enough to hold it through the spin cycle, because all I have left is the top part of that pen. So I've kind of gotten into like lower end, decent pens, I guess you could say, and I've fallen in love with this Bic Atlantis series. The clicky is nearly silent, you know. It writes very smoothly, has a very fine point. The clip is nice. It's just an all-around good pen, and it's really affordable. So, it is disposable, but it's cheap enough that, you know, I can keep a good stock of these on supply. And it's thin enough to fit in a jeans pocket without me noticing. So this is a pen I've really fallen in love with. And I do prefer black over blue. That's just my preference. Along with that, my keys, which nothing much has changed. I'm pretty sure I mentioned the Victorinox Rambler, which I've put on there in lieu of a classic. The only difference, really, is that as the addition of this combo tool instead of just the scissors, file, and blade. So there's that. Also, I've taken off my gym pass because that's expired. Let's see, added a key to my portable safe, which that I think is an oxymoron, you know, portable safe. If you're not going to nail it down anywhere, thieves can just sort of take it and open it at their leisure. But that keeps my valuables safe in my dorm room, and like this week when I came home for break, I just took it with me, because I store my knives in there, so I wanted just to take them all home with me, so they're not sitting around in my room just in case it's inspected for health and safety. And then the key to my dorm room, which is obviously very important. So there's that, and since I don't drive terribly often now while I'm at school, I mean I drive maybe once, twice, 3 times a week, if that, these car keys stay separate most of the time, so it's just this handy little bundle that is attached to my body at all times. As soon as I leave my room, these are on me. In fact, these just stay clipped to my pants, basically, 24/7, and these just get thrown in a drawer. So it helps to make sure I'm allowed entry back into my room. In fact, the first day I was there, I managed to lock myself out of my room while going to the bathroom. Total rookie move, I know. Flashlights, ever since I got it at the end of August, I have been carrying the 4.7's, there you go, Mini M2A. It used to be called like the Quark AA squared or something like that, but they've changed their labeling. This is a fantastic light. I have currently Sanyo Eneloops in it, and that's generally what I use for all of my lights now, just because I hate buying batteries. And I found that they give perfect output, plenty of runtime, but it has a low, medium, high, and then there we go, strobe, SOS, and beacon. I think 2 modes of beacon, actually. Yeah. So, very good light for the money. I think this is like $40. Definitely a good investment. Wonderful knurling, and the clip is something I really like. My Olights have similar clips, and I really like that. But it is a tad bulky in the pocket. I mean, generally I don't notice it. I've moved from carrying this in my, left thigh pocket into my left butt pocket with this Moleskine notebook, just so that I don't scratch my phone, the screen of my phone, because the iPhone is slightly bigger, and that's actually what you're being recorded on now, so you don't get to see that, but you know, it's a slightly bigger phone, so it takes up more room, and it could rub against the flashlight a bit, so this just got shifted back a pocket. And it's not like I'm sitting on it or anything, because it's outside of the range of my butt. But it is a slightly bigger light, so for some applications, I do prefer a smaller light, like this Streamlight Stylus Pro. And of course, me being a whore for everything blue, I chose the blue one. The only problem I have with this is that this clicky is really stiff, even after months and months of owning it. But it's a you know, perfect light for me. I mean, I think it puts out 40 lumens, and really most of the time that's all I need. Single mode, AAA. I also have Eneloops in here. And for the past couple days I've been carrying this, specifically because I went to visit my girlfriend, and I didn't want a larger light in my pocket, just in case we were, tussling around on a couch or whatever. I didn't want this poking and prodding into my butt. So it's always a good reason to have a smaller light. Yeah, I used to like the shorter, stouter lights, but I've moved into these larger pen-sized lights. I really have no explanation for that. I guess I just like the grip they give me. And you could argue, if I had to, they could be used as an impact device. I really don't subscribe to that use, but I guess it's there if I need it to be. Now, on to the knives. Most people are looking forward to this, I suppose, but you're probably going to be disappointed, because there's really nothing tactical here. I picked up this... Oh, shit, I don't even remember what it's called. It's like it's the Wenger version of the Victorinox Mini Champ, I think. I'll annotate, somewhere over here what it's called. But maybe Mini Tool Chest, Wenger Mini Tool Chest, something like that. You have your standard file. You have a knife blade. You have Wenger's version of this combo tool, which has a flat head as opposed to a Phillips. You have scissors, and I love Wenger's scissors. You have an awl with a sewing eye, which generally you don't find awls on tools this small. And you also have this precision screwdriver. As well as, that's the wrong side, tweezers. And, you probably already caught a glimpse of it, a little teeny, very dull flashlight. Not too bright, but just enough to maybe see your keys in the door. And this is a very nice miniature pocket tool. I'm not a fan of putting something this chunky on keys. But as you can see, it's slightly bigger than Victorinox's classic size. So this is a really small, inconspicuous pocket tool for me. I like it in a tux, I like it in slacks. Anywhere where I need to be decently classy and inconspicuous. Or even if I'm just in jeans and I know I'm really not going to need a knife and I don't want it to take up a lot of room. It's a really nice, affordable option that gives me plenty of tools to choose from. And going along with the Wenger theme, I also have the Wenger, I believe it's the Evo 14, which I've shown off in a video before. And basically my main theme of multi-tools nowadays, or Swiss Army knives, is that I require them to have scissors, because scissors are really, really handy, a bottle opener, because living on a college campus, you never know when you may run into an errant bottle that needs to be opened, and a corkscrew, for the same reason. I consider myself to be a classy guy, and I like to enjoy wine on occasion. In fact, this very weekend, while visiting my lady, we enjoyed some wine with dinner, so it's always handy to have a corkscrew, at least in my opinion. I mean, everybody's, needs vary, and Swiss Army knives are very good to accommodate that. So I've been switching between this Wenger Evo 14 and my trusty Victorinox, it would help if I remember the name of this. Compact. There you go, major chord. Tell ya, sleeping for 10 hours a day is not doing me good. I like the scissors on this better just because they're slightly bigger. And this includes a pen, which, believe it or not, when you don't have a full-size pen on you, this comes in very handy. So, you've seen both of these knives in other videos. In fact, I think I did a direct comparison video between these, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about these, but honestly, nowadays I hardly ever carry a folding clip knife, just because I've found both of these knives, and this one especially, to handle all the tasks that I require a knife to do. No one thinks twice when you pull out a Swiss Army knife. And that, especially for me being in a contained college environment, that is what really matters. All other aspects of knife carry at this point to me, the possible self-defense roles, being tactical, I don't care about that shit right now. For me, being inconspicuous and having tools that work That's what matters. And especially some of the other uses, like bushcrafting and, survival. I'm not going to need a knife for that. I mean, theoretically, end of the world scenario, I might. But you know what? I have some knives in my dorm room locked away in my safe that could handle that. On my person every day, for the time being, this is all I need. This will handle my day-to-day tasks. It has proven this time and time again. This is all I need. It doesn't scare people. It handles everything I need. And honestly, even when I come home for winter break, I don't think I'm going to carry any more than this. I mean, if I get some knives for Christmas or whatever, I'm going to carry them and fondle them and enjoy them, but this is not leaving my pocket. These two knives, probably more so this because it's blue and I love blue, but these two knives, I've fallen in love with them. They're not expensive. They're both around the $30 mark. I can't say enough good things about them. So, that, before this video gets too long, throw this in there for good measure so y'all have something to look at. That is my current carry system. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.